We putting work, turning nothing into something. They feelings hurt, we turning nothing into something. Give a fuck if they don't like me, cause all this bread I count excites me. Turning nothing to something, nothing into something, turning nothing into something.
What up? What's going on, everybody? What is going on? And welcome back-to-back nights of Blunt Thoughts. I'm sure you had enough of me, but this is a special one for me. This is a guy that I've been trying to get on for a while. He's been on Spaces with me. I finally got him to do a post game with me the last week of the baseball season for the Mets, unfortunately. And I finally got him on Blunt Thoughts. But like always, he can't be Quick Trigger Sal, as Lynn calls him, and some of us call him, like he does on the radio. But he has me limited to 25 minutes. So we're going to try to have a little fun. 25 minutes. We're going to grill my guy. We're going to ask him some tough questions like we do here on Blunt Thoughts. But we're going to have fun above all. But let's bring him on. You already know who it is, man. It's my man, Sal Licata. How you doing, brother?
I was just on with you. What do you mean you're trying to get me on?
But not on Blunt Thoughts. And truth be told, after a while of me asking Sal, what I'm going to do, I know you're busy. I think, you know what? I'm going to save him for the milestone 50th episode. But the way it's worked out, you're on 49. And like I said, I can't pass up the chance. You were available tonight.
Who's coming on number 50?
It's just going to be me by my damn self having some fun.
And that's how it should be. I got to tell you, you have a tremendous production going on here. Like, I love it. It looks great. Graphics look great. The music, the open, very impressive.
Well, listen, I appreciate that, but shout out to the people that helped me out, man. Like, I can't do all this stuff by myself. Or like I tell people all the time, if you help me, the little bit thing I could do is talk trash. I can talk, but the other stuff I need help. So shout out to my cousin Jay Sick, who helps with the what they call thumbnail that we put on YouTube that I'm using as the background.
Good job, J6.
Shout out to my boy Kweisi, who just helps me transition back and forth between scenes I will do tonight and all that good stuff, and just helps me out with the comments and what do you call it, the banners and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, you know, and sometimes my boy Rudy from X helps me out. You know, people offer to help. I say, sure, why not? I can't pay you or nothing like that. But if maybe we make it someday, I won't forget about you. But anyways, come on, you're trying to waste my 25 minutes. But listen, no, shout out to you today, man. A-Rod. I know WFA doesn't like to do interviews and stuff like that anymore, but that was a great spot by UMBT. And you guys have had quite a few good ones. Oh, that's my nephew calling. Sorry, nephew. You and BT have had quite a few good ones, and today was pretty good to the point where you guys actually got me to agree with A-Rod on something. When he said he loves your show, but sometimes he tunes you out when you go too deep into the football. And I was like, yeah, A-Rod, I'm right there with you, man. I can't take it. Who wants to talk about these putrid New York football teams? Oh, my gosh. But anyways.
Can't please everybody. It is football season. Look, I get the both teams suck, but what are you going to do? You know, today's actually a tricky one. If you lead with the Yankees, then you turn off the Giant fan. If you lead with the Giants, then maybe the baseball fan's upset. So it was not an easy decision, truth be told, behind the scenes there, literally right up until the open hit. I wasn't sure where we were going to go, and we landed on the Giants, but we did obviously get to the Yankees as well. So, you know, plenty to talk about, none of it positive as far as the New York sports.
Well, I was going to say the reality is that they're both a turnoff.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about neither one of them. And I'm a Giants fan, and I was getting excited about the whole Jackson Dart thing. And I even texted you today. Look at me. I even texted you today, though, and I forget the caller said something about not being excited. Or you asked the caller, aren't you excited about Jackson Dart? And he was like, I don't know if I can be. And of course, you hung up and left him there. And I'm like, I kind of agree with that guy. I don't know if I can get excited or not. You know
That's fair. Well, if he would have answered the question sooner, then we would have gotten there. There was obviously set up to get to. If you're not excited about Jackson Dart, so be it. I would be. Now, we don't know. It's been 2 games. So I'm not sure, I'm not sure what everybody wants right away. Just, the overreaction and the urgency to win right away with a rookie. Like, what'd you think was going to happen with the Jets? They stink. What'd you think was going to happen in year 1 with a rookie head coach with no quarterback? And the same thing with the Giants. Like, it's a rookie quarterback, so you shouldn't be surprised when he has 3 turnovers on his own.
The Jets, man. I feel for my Jets buddies, man. My guy Petey, Joe and Clark. You know Joe. And these guys go right from the Mets right to the Jets. And I laugh when people tell me in August and September, oh, don't worry, Hector, football's coming around. And Football's coming around. Do you know who I root for? I don't have anything to look forward to.
I didn't know you could even talk football.
What do you mean you didn't know? I could talk whatever.
All you do is baseball.
Yeah, well, this is what it's turned into. But you know all the conversations we had on the overnight.
I know.
But you want to get into the baseball? Let's get into the baseball and why we got you here. But before we get into that, I want to go back to June and I want to show a little clip of you and BT, courtesy of WFAN on X. Well, I'm trying to steal from nobody. I got the man himself here, right?
You're good.
This is what the 2025 New York Mets did to us, ladies and gentlemen, and did to somebody like Sal and me. And I don't know a lot of people, shout out to my guy Junior, say, oh, Sal's a fraud. Sal's not really a Met fan. Don't listen to this guy. He tries to be a professional. I don't know about the clickbait stuff that people accuse him of, but he's a Met fan, right? And this is what Sal was talking about. I think it was like June 9th about the core. Specifically, 3 guys from the core.
What we are watching with the Mets right now with Lindor, Soto, and Alonso is they are, when all's said and done, going to be the 3 best position players in the history of the franchise. Alonso's homegrown and is going to have all the numbers. Lindor is going to go to the Hall of Fame, and he's going to be here for an extended period of that Hall of Fame career. And the same thing about Juan Soto. Now, I mean, people are going to speculate about Soto, but even if he gives you 5 to 7 years. Like, think about it. Now, it's not saying that these guys.
No, for time, we're going to skip a little bit because you guys talk about Piazza and that. Who cares? And then this is how Sal ends this. Let me see. We're going to go to 107. This is how he felt about these guys. And it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
You have 3 individuals who could be the greatest man. Because I was saying this a few years ago about Alonso. Before any of the, before he had some bad years, any of the clubhouse stuff that we were talking about, like he was projecting to be the greatest Met of all time. There was no doubt about it. Position player I'm talking about. Obviously, we know about Seaver. And now you pair him with Lindor and what he's been doing, and you pair him with Soto, you have 3 individuals that each on their own could be looked at as the best position player in Mets history, and now they have them all together at once. This is something that the Mets franchise has never seen.
June 9th, 2025.
Okay.
And then the season plays out, and we fast forward to the day after the season, where I got to see my buddy Sal not only talk about trading of Francisco Lindor, breaking up the core once again, and again, it's not his fault. I brought it up. Other people have brought it up, but when Sal brings it up, it becomes a hot button issue. But he has to tell us this. And my guy Junior is going to love this. Wearing freaking Chase Utley's jersey. I want to throw up. But here we go. We fast forward real quick.
Different team.
If you were, look at it this way, and this is the way I'm choosing to look at it from my perspective. I have no idea what they're going to do. But for me, if I'm investing money into either Nimmo, Lindor, Alonso, which of those 3 would you rather invest money in now and in the relatively near future?
It's easy. It's good for me. It's easy. I would say Pete.
Me too.
Because the reason now Nimmo's easy. Yeah. Obviously, it would be Pete, then Lindor, then Nimmo in that order. Right. And the reason I would say Pete over Lindor is because even though he's going to age a little bit, first base you can live with that. Plus, there's a DH spot where
again we're going to move up a little bit, just real quick. But anyways,
would do that. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. If you could get one.
I'm trying to look for the punchline of.
This is bigger than just saying this at 12:30 in the middle of the show, but this is what I would do. I would trade Francisco Lindor.
What?
Because I think that's going to be a bigger return.
This is what I did when I was driving. What? Is it crazy?
I would be up for that. If you could trade Nimmo and Lindor, I would do that. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. If you could get one, rid yourself of one.
I don't think we need to hear anymore.
I know Lindor could be.
I don't think we need to hear anymore.
We don't. I'm right here. You could ask me anything you want.
We don't. But this is what happened. This is what the 2025 Mets did. They made us dislike them. They made us start questioning the core again. But trade Francisco Lindor? What do you have to say about that? How did we get to that?
Well, look, first of all, what I said about those 3, that is 100% accurate. They are the 3 best position players to ever play together for the New York Mets. And I don't even think it's particularly close. That's number 1. Number two, that can be true. And you could also watch the rest of the season play out and add it up to what happened in 2022 and 2023 and say that something needs to change. I remember this being a conversation when I was running the board for Francesa in 2007, 2008. And after the collapses, he might have said it after 07, but maybe after 08. I'm not sure which year, but he definitely said it after one of those years. He would change the core and he would have traded Wright instead of Reyes. And I remember that being a huge thing. And by the way, like they stuck with Reyes and Wright. It didn't work. So it probably was after 07 when they collapsed because 08 didn't work. Obviously 09 and the injuries happened. Reyes ends up leaving. The Mets didn't offer him contract. This is a similar thought process here where we just saw three of the best position players in the history of the Mets all have very, very good years, all stay healthy, and it wasn't good enough. So what would you do? Run it back? Not me. I would be proactive in trying to change it. One of the reasons why I think Lindor is a key piece is because he's got value still. I believe that there would be a team that would be willing to take on the majority of his contract because he's still a good player. So, and I don't think they're going to trade him. It's just something that I would do. If Nimmo could get traded as well, I would do it. I just cannot run it back again when I've seen it fail year after year after year.
Now, to be fair, I suggested trading Francisco Lindor in 2024 before they went on the run. And everybody talked to me about, hey, this is just an evaluation year. It's better to go out there and get pieces. Let's have some of these guys raise their trade value. And I'm like, okay, if you guys want to do that, if you really want to break it up, if you want to get young, if you want to talk to me about prospects, then trade everybody. And you start with Francisco Lindor for the same reasons that you're saying. But I can't go there now. And I understand. I understand how the season played out. But when we step back, right, and we let the emotions go, of Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, and Juan Soto, the reason that the Mets did not make the playoffs?
No, but Hector, you have a choice. Look, this is my opinion. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. But it's my opinion. I don't believe in the core of this group. I never really have. I had to change based on what I saw in 2024 and give them the benefit of the doubt. They added Soto, so that's changing the core. They all had career years, and it didn't work. So your option could be you don't want to trade Lindor. Fine. What would you do? You're going to just add pitching and run it back and think that that's going to change things? Is that what you would do?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I do.
And I say to that, good luck.
Because yes, and they had career years and all of that. We watched the season, and we know mostly they did things individually. They never really gelled at the same time, and we could get into why that happened, why that didn't happen. It could be partly because the lack of pitching. It's not because they aren't good enough. You don't put up the numbers that they put up not being good enough, right?
But it wasn't good enough. So I'm not saying that. When people hear trade Lindor, like they just don't comprehend it. You have to trade something good to get something. By the way, it's a lot of money. So like, would I trade Nimmo? Yes, I've said I do that in season. Where's the value with Nimmo? I would bring Pete back because I trust his bat to protect Juan Soto more than any other option that's out there. And I feel like investing in that is the most safe bet. Now, I'd also do it as having him be the DH, at least part-time DH. But you don't have to want to trade Lindor. Then I ask you, how are they getting better? By the way, Lindor's only getting worse because he's getting older. He's not as good defensively. So that's another thing. If you don't trade him now, that's it. He's going to be here for another however many years, 6 years, and he's only going to decline before they have to move him to second or third or whatever it may be. There are a lot of reasons that go into it. Doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean they're going to do it. It's what I would do because what they did clearly doesn't work.
Yes, it doesn't work or it didn't work. I mean, when they were able to get everything going in 24, and we could talk about why that went, it was pretty damn good. It was pretty damn good. And again, it was a matter of pitching being the problem. When we added Juan Soto, nobody said, oh my gosh. I mean, some people complain about the lineup. Maybe the lineup doesn't fit. It needs better pieces. How much can we expect from Mark Vientos? What is Mark Vientos? Is Alvy going to finally fit? I understand all of that. But overall, we felt pretty damn good about the offense. The questions still were the pitching. Is the pitching going to be good enough? And it turned out that the pitching wasn't good enough. So I can't get away from what you said in June, which we all felt that way. No one felt like breaking up the core then, right? I can't hold on. I can't get away from the fact that we have Steve Cohen as owner. And we've dreamt of getting Pete Alonso help. There was years, where Pete Alonso was the only reason to watch the Mets. Maybe with Jacob deGrom. We finally get him help, and we're gonna pull the plug on it in year one.
Well, Soto's not going anywhere. What do you mean pull the plug on year one? I don't know.
We're gonna pull the plug on Pete Alonso, Francisco Lindor, and Juan Soto.
No, they might not.
I want to build upon that.
Here's one thing I would say confidently: those four, Nimmo, Soto, Lindor, Alonso, will never have the same year that they just had. It's only going to be downhill from here for different reasons. Bad luck sometimes, age, whatever it may be. The odds of getting that type of production from all four together are slim to none. And with that type of production, it still wasn't good enough. And I'll counter you with this for anybody who says it's just pitching.
Mainly because of the pitching.
How did they win every start that Nolan McLean pitched well? What about the young kids when they pitched well? They didn't win every start.
They lost one Nolan McLean start.
How'd they do against the Nationals? Was that because of pitching?
No.
But how'd they do the game of the year? Was that the
point? We know the pressure had gotten to them, and that's a fair question too about them. Can they handle the pressure? We've seen this happen a few times now with the core. When
they got shut out, they got shut out on the final day of the year.
Yes.
Who you blaming for that? Is that Mendoza's fault? Is that Clay Holmes' fault?
No, I blame the players. I blame the players all year. I blame the approach that they were taking.
I'm fascinated to see what, in fact, they do. You know where I stand on it. I would now again. You could, if they move Nimmo, okay, fair enough. Keep Lindor, Soto, and Alonso. See if it works. But the easiest thing is to let Alonso go.
Let me ask you, straight up. I need to know this though. I understand throwing out ideas and having discussions, but do you actively want to trade Francisco Lindor, or is just saying if we look at it and we talk about ideas or ways to help improve the team, this may be an option, and I'm just giving it as an option? Or are you saying one of my goals this offseason would be to trade Francisco Lindor?
I need
to know.
I would be proactive, and if there is a taker for Francisco Lindor, now remember, it's not just that. He's got to agree to go for a trade. He's a 10-5 guy, so he could say, no, I'm not going anywhere. I personally, if I were running the team, I would actively look to move Francisco Lindor based on whatever the value is, too. I'm not just dumping him, but I want the majority of the contract taken. Maybe they get something back. I don't know what the market is for Francisco Lindor. I would at the very least explore it. I would explore all options. And the only thing that to me would be non-negotiable is Juan Soto.
And you want to do this in 25 minutes? That's not fair. That's not fair. So you're saying here on Blunt Thoughts, this is what Blunt Thoughts is about, that your main goal this offseason, forget about trading Francisco Lindor, is kind of to break up this core. And it's not just by breaking it up with maybe letting go of Pete Alonso or Brandon Nimmo, but I know the contract situation, or Jeff McNeil. It would be by moving one of the big guys.
I think they need a major shakeup. Yeah. And I think anybody who doesn't think that is just not paying attention. Now, so again, what's that shakeup going to be? Do you think
I think a lot of people agree on the shakeup. I don't think they'll agree with you that the shakeup involves trading Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto, or anything like that.
You don't agree with me, you're saying?
Say again?
What did you just say? You don't agree with me?
No, I said I think a lot of people agree that a shakeup might be needed. What I don't think they'll agree is that shakeup needs to involve Francisco.
Why do I care what? I don't care. I'm telling you what I think.
I understand that.
Yeah,
I understand that we're having a conversation. I'm trying to give you
and I guarantee you that a lot of people thought that this year would be great, right?
So did you. To the last minute, what are you talking about?
No shit.
I called you and I said, I've lost all belief. I have hope. And you know, what do you mean? You don't believe in this team? You don't believe in Francisco Lindor? You don't believe in Juan Soto? And now you want to trade them. You want to trade him.
And look what happened. No, I want to make the team better.
So do I. So you don't think we can move some of these prospects and maybe make the team better? As much as I wouldn't want to, you don't think we could trade Mark Vientos and make this team better?
Nobody
or
wants
maybe Vientos. One of those Jet Williams. I don't care about these damn prospects.
Yeah, because nobody wants
bring a Post Kings in here. I know it's a dream.
To get something, you got to give. Nobody wants Vientos. I'm sorry. Nobody wants. He's got no value. That's why he's still here.
Maybe if you package him with the right things.
Like what? You're going to trade Nolan McLean, Brandon Sproat, Jonah Tong?
Maybe Jonah Tong.
Okay.
Not that I want to. Yeah. But Jonah Tong is still hope.
Look,
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a prospect. You know what Omar said.
how are they going to
suspect?
How are they going to upgrade their defense if they keep Nimmo, Lindor, and Alonso?
Better pitching. Give me some strikeout pitchers.
How's that going to upgrade their defense?
If you strike people out, they don't hit the damn ball. What do you mean how they're going to upgrade the defense?
No, you're not going to strike everybody out. I'm asking you how you.
We had too many contact pitchers, bro.
What position is Nimmo good at right now?
I think Nimmo's fine in left field. I don't think he's as bad as people say he is. Because he doesn't have an arm. Who the hell is the Juan Cespedes? Who's the Gary Sheffield nowadays? Who's the Raul Mandis?
Watch the teams in the postseason, the way that they play defense, the way that they run, and then watch the Mets. The Mets have trouble scoring from second base on a base hit because Alonso's slow, because Nimmo's slow.
Well, yeah. Yeah. And also because Mike Sarbo, whatever the heck his name was a terrible third base coach. Let's get into that before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Because you're going to drive me crazy with this Trey Lindor stuff. And listen, I texted you this too.
I'm allowed to have my opinion.
Of course you are. And I'm allowed to say that you're driving me
crazy. You wanted to trade him before he became an MVP.
I did. Because everybody was giving up on the team. So we're going to give up on the team.
He had no value then. You wanted to trade him with no value when everybody wanted to say it.
Get out of here. Francisco Lindor had no value. There's no at no point in the ever that he had no value.
Prior to 2024 in May, people were saying that is the worst contract in the sport. And you want to trade him. Congrats.
But people would still have a hard time taking that contract anyways, right now. I mean, I know it's less years and all that good stuff, but
maybe that's what I'm saying. I don't even know if they could do it. I don't understand why there's what has Lindor done here? Like, they haven't won squat.
What? I understand that, but geez.
So you have to change it. Like, I would be proactive in it.
I'm all for proactive. I've been screaming about that for years.
Well, how was
it was music to my ears when David Stern said we need to be more proactive.
How was his defense, Lindor's defense this year?
It was not good. It was not good.
Okay. Is he consistent?
No, none of them are. None of them are. And this year for the Mets, neither was Juan Soto. We know
from June on, he was pretty consistent.
Would you stop? Juan Soto was not good this year, bro.
He want to trade him?
Impactful.
You want to trade Soto? You want to move on
all
from
of them? If we want to talk about trade, let's trade all of them then. No, I don't want to trade Juan Soto. Are you kidding me? You forget me calling you in the overnight in 2020? Talk about let's go get Juan Soto during the pandemic?
I remember.
You're telling me I was crazy?
Right.
And like, well, look where we are now. Juan Soto.
Look, here's the bottom line.
Soto.
I got you. There are many ways to try to make the club better. Or many thoughts to try to make the club better. Unfortunately, their hands are going to be tied here. Like, I don't think that they can trade Lindor. I'm not even sure they could trade Nimmo. I would hope that one would be possible. So that will leave you to the easy thing. Okay, yeah, McNeil, whatever. You want Alonso to go? If Alonso goes, what's the point of keeping Lindor and Nimmo? Like, Alonso, to me, is the most consistent offensive player as far as power goes that they would need. So if you let him go, how are you going to where are you going to get that type of production?
I don't want anyone to go, right? But if I'm going to only keep three, I'm keeping those top three guys. Lindor, Soto, and Alonso. You want to trade Nimmo, let's trade Nimmo. You want to trade whoever the hell you want to trade, I trade all of them. I'm building around those three guys, and I'm trying to win a damn championship next year. In the next 2 years tops. Forget about Steve Cohen's failed next 5 years crap. I need a championship now. How about 40th anniversary? You want to talk to A-Rod about the whatever the hell the name of the video? You want to? I don't want to watch that video. Invite me over to watch that video. I don't want to watch that video. I want a new video. How about 2026? 40-year anniversary. You win a damn championship. You don't do that by trading Francisco Lindor. I don't know. Maybe you do.
I thought the same thing in 2006, the 20-year anniversary. And it didn't work out. And then again in 16, that didn't work out. So here we are now in 2020.
You're the new Grimace. You're the new Grimace, but in a bad way. You're just bringing poop to everything. Real quick, because we're at the time now, and I know you got to go. What are we going to do about these coaches? Would you be interested in bringing a Manny Ramirez as a hitting coach? Would you be interested in bringing an Elgato Alfonso, third base infield coach? Carlos Beltran? What is the path that you would like to see them take with this coaching staff?
I'm interested in letting Mendoza pick his guys. whoever Mendoza wants, and I understand it's going to be a collaborative effort. Stearns and Mendoza working together on it. But whoever, I want Mendy to be comfortable and be put in a position to succeed. So if he says he
I
wants,
don't like you.
huh?
I don't like you. Because
What?
sometimes people going to think that we actually talk about these things, and we don't. But go ahead, because you're like in my head right now.
Well, that's the whole, like, to me, if you're going to hire somebody, you want to let them be in a position to succeed. They hired Mendy. They believe in him. And it's not even just this specific case. It should be all teams, when they hire a manager, let him pick his pitching coach, his hitting coach. I know that's like antiquated now. That's what I would do. I would have Mendoza at least have a short list of people that they could have in the interview, and then let them, they could collaborate on who they want to pick. But it's got to be somebody that Mendy's comfortable with, not somebody that's forced on him.
No, I'm with you 100%. I've heard different things. They should bring somebody that should challenge him, a bench coach that's ready to take over the job. I think that's all nonsense. I said this the last couple of days. I may not agree with them. I may not agree with David Stearns all the time. I may not agree with Mendoza, even though I like him all the time. As long as they're in charge, I'm going to root for them. And I need them to succeed. If they succeed, the Mets succeed. The Mets succeed, we're all happy. Me and Sal are not here talking about trading anybody. We're talking about how we're going to go enjoy this parade. That's what I want to talk about in October, not this nonsense. So I am right there with you. I think Mendoza should lead the coaching search. He should hire a bench coach that he feels comfortable that when that bench coach says, hey, Mendy, we should go do this, it's for the best interest of the New York Mets, not because he's worried about that person trying to angle to take his job. So I'm with you 100%.
Talking about trying to make a team different and better in the offseason is not a bad thing. Like, that's sports. Like, obviously you wish that they were still playing right here, but like you could have your opinion how you want to make them better. If your opinion is you want to not do anything, bring it back and just add pitching, that's fine. That might be popular opinion. I happen to think that that's asinine. Just like some people might say, what I'm saying is asinine. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. It's all trying to get to the same goal. Make the team better, because they added Juan Soto and they got worse. So clearly something is not working with that core group, and it's deeper than just the pitching. That's all that I'm saying. If you think that, oh yeah, let's just go sign Framber Valdez and go get Ranger Suarez, and that's going to fix their problems, it's not. I think you're begging for a problem if you do that.
Shout out to my guy James, who says, let's not be sentimental. Lindor is trade bait, so he kind of agrees with you. I'm not saying bring everybody back, and I don't want to get the team better. There's different ways to make the team better. We could trade a big deal, make the team better. You want to tell me the value, whatever? There's value. It's up to Boy Genius, as some people call him, to figure it the hell out. What do you think of bringing Bad Bunny in as a bench coach?
Yeah, I love Bad Bunny. I think he's great.
Sal, you're my guy, brother. We went over a couple of minutes. You know how I feel about you, man.
I got to be on SNY in a minute and 20 seconds. So,
hey,
you know I love you.
You were on the greatest show coming, Blunt Thoughts. And you know what could happen. It's on you, brother.
Hey, keep up the good work. I believe in you. I believe in you more than I believe in the Mets. Put it that way.
Holy crap. You like me, hater. You like trouble, man. Sal, love you back, bro. Say hi to everybody, man.
All right, you too. I'll talk to you later.
You know I love Mama Licata. That's my guy, Sal. We'll let him go do his duties. You know, he got bigger, places to be than me. But we appreciate him. And I hope you guys appreciate those quick 25, 28 minutes or so that we bring to you tonight. There it is. I didn't believe he was going to double, triple, quadruple down on trading for Francisco Lindor. But hey, this is Blunt Thoughts, and this is what we do. We bring you our blunt opinions, whether we agree, disagree, or different to them. Isn't it funny, ladies and gentlemen? A week and a half ago when the season ended, I said, I got to take a break. And I think I've done more shows in that last week than I did almost all year. But that's what happens, man. That's what happens. I appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that. Randy, my guy. Appreciate that, Jeffrey. I appreciate that, James. Appreciate that. Hey, this is what we do, man. We try to bring the people good stuff. We try to have some fun. I know supposedly Sal's not too popular, but the people that supposedly dislike Sal the most are the ones always talking about his content. Hey, I don't know. But like we say, Blunt Thoughts, your favorite content creators, favorite content creator. And tonight, we had 2 of your favorite content creators. And this show is dedicated to him. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And if you don't even worry about it, because it's irrelevant, just like he is. Have a good night, everybody. And even though it's the off season, and in 2025, they made us sick more than anything, and they made Sal want to trade Francisco Lindor. It's always, let's fucking go Mets, baby. Peace.
Click full of animals and we made ourselves with minimal. Fuck you, no subliminals. Putting in this work, nigga. That's why they feelings hurt, nigga. Swear we need a hearse cause we rep our shites to the dirt, nigga. If I'm in the club.